welcome to A Novel Console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Chris, and with me is my beautiful co-host and wife, Karradyne.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Karradyne?
I'm good. How are you?
I am not ready for it to be Monday tomorrow.
Same. The weekends are never long enough.
No, we say every single weekend that weekends should have an extra day.
To do all the not fun things.
Yes, so we can have fun on Saturday, then new day would be like business day.
It's fun on Saturday, sleep all day on Sunday, and then get shit done on the next day.
No, the day should be in between Saturday and Sunday.
Why?
So we can do all the stupid shit that we need to do that day, and then Sunday we can just relax.
I suppose.
Oh, well. Well, at least if this is your first time or your 107th time coming to the show, welcome. We're glad you're joining us for an episode of A Novel Console. We hope you stick around, have some laughs, and maybe find some new things to enjoy. If you want to reach out to us, you can do it on our socials, which is basically at A Novel Console on every platform, or you can email us directly at anovelconsole@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us, you can do it at patreon.com/anovelconsole. That keeps the light on the show. And without our patrons, we wouldn't pay for the monthly subscription.
Buzzsprout subscription.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish it kept on the lights in our apartment.
That would be awesome.
We'd have a lot of patrons. Especially since you keep turning the AC down so fucking low at night, even though I've told you to stop it.
Oh, well, who cares?
Oh, my God. Okay, tell your friends to check out the show because every listen and review helps. You can leave us a review on most platforms. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it. Reviews help us be more discoverable. We also have our own A Novel Console Discord where I may or may not answer sometimes. If you want to join, send us an email or check out our Twitter and look for the pinned tweet featuring the link.
Yep. So it's weird because you weren't getting any notifications when you just had the @me notifications turned on, and now you have all the notifications turned on, so now you see everything.
Ping, ping, ping. Yeah, I'm like, I don't care what y'all are talking about video games. I don't know what this is.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh my gosh.
Because they do talk a lot about books in there.
Yep.
It's not just video games.
Yep. It's way more book talk than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Our listeners read, unlike your husband.
Oh, boy.
He does not read.
No, he doesn't. Not at all.
No.
Not even a little bit.
But I don't. Not even a little bit.
You used to.
But I don't.
Back at that one job.
Not even a
million
little
years
bit.
ago.
Yep, at Westgate Resorts. Terrible job. Anyways, you saw a miniseries, movie.
It's a Netflix series.
Movie cut into 10-minute episodes.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call that.
Yeah. What was it?
Man versus Bee with Rowan Atkinson, and it was amazing. So we were at his aunt's house, and she always wants to watch a movie, and we were struggling to pick something because, like, either everything that's available for streaming right now we've already seen or doesn't look good. So, I think y'all finally decided on something, right? Rewatching She-Hulk or what?
Watching Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah, that. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, wait, no. We've been needing to watch Man versus Bee.
Needing is a strong word. That is a very strong word.
Watch Man versus Bee. Let's watch Man versus Bee. So we watched the entire series. So stupid and goofy. And I was the only one laughing.
I laughed a couple of times.
You did not laugh at all.
Don't be a liar.
It was so cute. Rowan Atkinson is just ridiculous.
He's so funny.
It was just hell-bent on destroying this bee. It was very is it slapstick? Is that what you call that? It's very slapstick. Goofy. Mostly silent, honestly. Like
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, it was very Mr. Bean-esque. Because it was mostly just him going after the bee. and very little interaction with other people or talking. So
Or with the cops, where the bee is in his pants.
yes,
He just shoves his,
that was awful. Oh my gosh.
his hands down his pants and he just starts.
Like whacking the pants fabric trying to get the bee out, but it looks like he's jerking it off
That shit was so funny.
in a really unique way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts both hands in his pants and does it from the sides.
Basically kills the dog. Oh my gosh. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
It had funny moments. I mean, it's mostly for children.
And it ended in a
but
way I would never have expected. It was cute.
for him to.
Don't spoil it. Many people want to watch Man vs. Bee. They don't want it to be spoiled. Spoiled.
We should tell your sister to show it to her children.
They would laugh a lot.
Yeah, especially since they like Bob's Burgers, which is not a children's show.
It is definitely far from being appropriate for children. Far from it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
You know what else isn't for children?
Sex toys of the week.
Yes, what's this week's sex toy? Since I completely forgot to find one, and you decided to look for one while I was setting up the equipment.
I found one very quickly. Okay. I am going to send this to you
Send it to me on Discord so that I can open it.
on Discord.
Our Discord, not the Discord for the listeners.
I know everything would be spoiled if I sent it to them.
They would be not confused.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So, let's see here.
Where are you sending it?
Intro topics.
Intro topics? Okay.
Yes.
Let me see here. Okay. Which one is it?
Oh shit. I didn't realize it was going to send you the whole thing.
Page.
Um
What the fuck?
Hold up. Don't look at anything. I'm just going to send you a screenshot.
What in the hell is that
Actually,
thing?
no, it's on Amazon. I'm going to send it to you. Go away. Don't look.
There are versions of the vajankle here, but it's the vaheel.
Here, I just sent you the Amazon link.
It's feet that have vaginas.
Feets.
What is this?
So, this is the Lentimate working lint roller and vibrator. Sometimes, the more discreet a toy maker tries to go, the stranger things get. Lentimate is a lint roller that comes apart to reveal a vibrator hidden inside. The included vibe is a classic 7-inch plastic vibe that takes 2 AA batteries, which are not included. It's insertable but not anal safe. Just make sure you remove the batteries before storing the vibe, because either the extra weight or the accidental vibrations will give you away if someone tries to use your lint filter. I mean, lint roller, not filter. I've been doing a lot of laundry today, okay? A lot of laundry. There's still more laundry to be folded.
What the hell? How do you even come up with this shit?
I know. Who the fuck would want to put a vibrator in their lint roller? Why? I mean, I guess it would work well for like taking it on vacation and not just throwing a whole ass vibrator in your bag. But like it serves another purpose that you actually need on the vacation, you know? I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't TSA get suspicious if they saw a little...
TSA would definitely pick up on it.
A little capsule inside of a lint roller?
But maybe they're going on a road trip.
Okay, but does the lint roller actually work?
Yes, it said the lint roller is totally functional.
What the hell?
And you can replace it like a normal lint roller, replace the tape stuff.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have any reviews.
Are you surprised?
Kind of, because it's been around since January 31st, 2011. Yeah. It's...
Oh my god, I'm just looking at the other toys on this website.
It's not the weirdest thing we've ever seen, but it's like, why?
I'm saving this website for next time because there are some really amazing things here.
Okay, can we go to the feet that have vaginas?
I suppose.
And can we also go to huge tongue?
Oh my gosh, I almost picked that one. It's so fucking big.
Why?
I mean,
what is the thing?
I don't know.
Realistic tongue-licking dildo with suction cup, 8-inch smooth soft dildo, anal butt plug, adult sex toy, prostate massager, skin.
Yeah, that's really big
That's a description.
and frightening.
This thing it's like a cow tongue. What the hell? But coming out of a humanish looking mouth?
Human-ish.
This thing is creepy.
I just found something even better. Like, I want to say it, but I also want to save it. I'm just going to say it, okay? I'm going to send this to you. This was also on the same website. This is just going to be a sex toy series right now, okay?
Okay, wait, before you do that. So the feet with vaginas. This is kind of like the vaginal, but instead of having like the vagina on the top part of the leg,
It's in the actual foot?
It's in the bottom
Oh
of the foot.
my gosh.
Oh man, Burger Champ will like this thing. Bestoyard, male masturbator, realistic foot pocket pussy, male toys, realistic vagina, doll toys, stroker for men. Left foot. They made sure to emphasize the left foot. These people that have set these up on Amazon just look like they have just written what's it called? Words, keywords instead of actual descriptions. Oh man. Okay, what did you send me? Let me see.
I just sent you another one from the same website. It's amazing.
Oh my God, it's corn.
It's a corn on the cob suction cup dildo. So you can stick it to a wall and then fuck the wall. Or, stick it wherever the fuck. Oh my gosh, these have reviews with images. What the hell? Feels great, bad smell. Product works fine. Feels amazing. Is a lot less sturdy than I'd like. Very floppy. The suction does stick to walls well due to the weight of the cob. It also has a very strong chemical smell like the latex or something. I washed it 3 times before using and the smell was still very much there. Other than that, it feels amazing. The bumps are very prominent and holds lube well. Instant gratification. Do not order this toy. I'm pissed. I waited 2 days for this toy and was very excited to use it, but never got the chance. When it arrived, I took it out the box and washed it 3 times with soap and rubbing alcohol, and the chemical plastic smell was still there. So I decided to do some research on the material and it's made out of. The material is called PVC, which you can see in the description. For those who don't know, PVC is a highly toxic and cancerous material, and sex toy experts say don't buy toys made from this material. It's been banned from things like kids' school supplies and is proven to cause cancer. I am really disappointed because they are advertising this material as body safe to use when it is not. I'm more mad at the fact I wanted very badly to use the toy because people said it felt amazing, and now I don't want to chance my health, and so far I have not been able to find another toy like this that's not made of PVC. Made of PVC.
I like the one underneath it.
Corn for your cornhole. 10 out of 10. Fun. Very sensational. Pretty good. Amazing. Oh, boy.
Wow.
It's a fun time.
This thing is definitely ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Why not just put a condom on it?
I mean...
It's...
I know, but like the smell is still a thing.
Why don't you
and
just
like,
buy a regular ass corn
smell
cup?
Too. Like that smell doesn't go away for days, no matter how many times you wash yourself.
Just buy a corn dog. A corn dog. A corn.
A corn husk.
A corn husk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just use a corn. Look at how it bends.
No, don't use the corn husk.
Look at how it bends.
I know.
In that
I
picture.
saw. That's really flexible.
Oh my god! It's corn.
I know. When I saw it was made out of PVC, I was like, "What? What? Made out of PVC?"
Wow! Even the balls are made out of corn.
Yep.
That is. I would rather everything be made out of corn than crabs. So I
what
think.
The fuck?
I think this is the right step.
Bumps. Look at that. Bumps.
Step in evolution. What?
I can't.
What are you talking about?
At the bottom of the screen, right there. Bumps.
Bumps. Wow, those are a lot of pimples on that.
Okay,
one.
we've gone down a rabbit hole now. We need to come back out.
Wow. Okay, all right. Let's just go into read and plays. All right, so this is Read and Plays, Karradyne. Like usual, we both have 3 things we've been playing and reading throughout the week. And do you want to start off with an update of something that you've been very excited to read for the past few weeks?
Yes! Love on the Brain is finally here! And I finally started reading it, Friday? Is that when I finally started reading it?
I think so.
What?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking bought it Tuesday as soon as it came out. I didn't start reading it till Friday because I'm still struggling, y'all. I'm struggling so much. But I feel like I'm slowly coming out of it. Do you think I'm slowly making improvements?
No, because
No.
you slept for like 2 hours today, and then you woke up.
I
came
read
in
this
here.
morning, though.
Okay, that's fine.
I read this morning while I watched my shows.
You woke up and came in this room, and you're like, "I think I'm depressed." And I'm
I
like,
think I am depressed.
you're, like, "You're probably just
It's
tired."
not funny.
And you were like, "I think I'm depressed." I'm like, "Just
I
please
think I'm
go,
depressed and tired.
go try to do something." And you left. I came out of the room like 5 minutes later.
And I was just laying on the couch staring at the blank TV. Under my blanket.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Get up. Do something. Do you want me to hang out here with you? And you're like, I'm just trying to stay awake.
I'm struggling
You
a
are.
lot.
You are.
Mentally, physically. I'm gonna cry. It's just
Cry about Love on the Brain.
Yeah, Love on the Brain. So I finally started reading it Friday, and it's good so far. I'm only like 50 pages in, but it's good. Like, she basically is describing the guy like Adam Driver again, even though it's a totally different person. They're not linked to the first couple at all. But
Let me guess.
I think she just has a very distinct type. Tall, broad, broody, and really deep voices.
The guy on the next book is going to be like Adam Driver, too.
Yeah, I have no doubt. She'll just change their eye color every time.
Oh, God.
Probably.
Eventually,
This one has green eyes.
she'll be in like 8 books and she has run out of eye colors.
Oh, my gosh.
She's just like, he has gold eyes. He has purple eyes. Stuff like that.
But this one, these two already knew each other, and they'd like work together in grad school, and she thinks that he hates her. And I'm like, no, he's totally in love with you, and he pretends that he's mad at you because he's in love with you and he can't come to terms with his feelings. So, yeah, I'm not very far into it, but it's fun. They're like brain scientists, so they're way smarter than I'll ever be.
Do they use words you don't understand?
Yep. Every chapter is some brain term, and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this correctly in my head. It's fine. I don't need to know. I know some words like amygdala and hippocampus, but then there are other things I'm just like, oh. And then, like, the main character was talking about her grad assistant, or I think she's a grad assistant, and how she'll like throw random facts at her, and like sometimes they're not real facts, but sometimes they are true facts. And she's like, so like, did you know that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually based on a true story? And I read that and I was like, honey, did you know that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on a true story? And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? How did you not know that? Because I don't keep up with horror movies and terrible things that have happened in history.
It's like the one thing that they tout in every single one of those stupid ass movies, based on true events. Based on true events. It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 25, based on true events.
Oh my gosh. Her latest fact that she's thrown out is that armadillos are giving us leprosy.
Armadillos do cause leprosy.
Are they really? Do they really?
Yeah, they have whatever gives leprosy in their skin.
She also worships Cthulhu. I can't talk right now, apparently, but
I like Cthulhu.
I know you like Cthulhu. I got you a Cthulhu Funko Pop
And
a
it's
million
heavy
years
as
ago.
shit.
It is really, really heavy, and it glows in the dark.
Yeah. I think it's all that lead in it that makes it glow in the dark.
Probably.
Makes
It is
so
heavy as fuck. It feels like a full metal. A full metal.
It
Full
feels like
Metal
it weighs
Funko.
like 8 pounds.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, motherfucker's heavy. Hey, so anything else? about that book?
I don't think so. Not yet. I'm not far enough into it. I'm enjoying it though.
I am enjoying Saints Row.
I know you are, even though it's broken.
It's broken as fuck.
You showed me that one part, and that was ridiculous. I'd ask for my money back.
Like the dude just standing there in the air.
That was ridiculous.
And then I could move it around just
and then
by
he
pushing
disappeared
on him. Yeah.
into mist.
Yeah. People are hating this game online. They are absolutely tearing it apart. They are even like being hostile towards the social media people.
What?
Yeah, they have nothing to do with the game.
Those poor people.
And they're still getting all this shit about it. Like, why? It's just a fucking game.
I don't know. I feel like you would be pissed depending on certain factors.
Like,
I don't know. If it were like you like finally decided to sit down and play Overwatch or something and it was this broken, I think you'd be pretty mad.
why would I play Overwatch?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Or Fortnite.
Why would I play Fortnite?
I'm just saying, okay? Go along with the analogy.
No.
Oh my God.
Use a game that I actually like. It would be like
if you sat down and played Yakuza and it was all kinds of fucked up and just terrible.
I would put it down and not come back to it until it's fixed. Just like I did with
Cyberpunk.
Except I was forced into coming back into it.
And then you liked it.
I absolutely fucking loved it. The other day I went to GameStop to pick up Soul Hackers 2. And I was there for like 20 minutes just talking to the GameStop guy about Cyberpunk because he loved it too.
Is that the guy that you offended?
Yes.
What? How did you offend him again?
Because he says, "Oh, I play competitive shooters." I'm like, "Oh, so like Overwatch?" And he looks at me, he's like, "No."
Oh yeah, not that.
But yeah, it's fun. Saints Row, it's fun. Like I just got done doing a series of missions where you're LARPing, and it's kind of a mix between Mad Max, House of Game of Thrones, and Dune. So they got like a bunch of elements from everything just to make it like a very fun LARP. And
interesting.
Your guns are Nerf guns. So you start shooting people with Nerf guns. And when they die, they start like putting like their hands on their chest and like shooting them out, acting like if they were bleeding. And they're like, oh, and they just die when they fall on the floor. They're like,
oh, the drama.
Tell my children to throw my ashes at the strip club or something like that.
What?
Yeah. And those sets of missions were fun. I do wish that there was a better gun than all the dark guns because they all kind of sucked because they were kind of slow. But yeah, the game's fun. It's very, very fun. If you come into it with a mindset of I'm playing a game in the vein of the PS3 or Xbox 360 where it's not super highly detailed or very much alive, it is just a stupid sandbox for you to do shit in, then you're gonna have a good time. If you expect it to be like the most amazing game in the world, or even be like Saints Row used to be with its old wannabe gangster bullshit that they had in the previous games, then no, you're not gonna have fun because it's not that. It's the whole new thing. It's basically millennials playing at being gang members, but they're stereotypical millennials, so it's funny. They make so much fun of millennials, and I absolutely love it because I have heard people say some of the shit that these people say in this game seriously. It's great. It's fucking fantastic. The one thing I hated is that when the PlayStation 5 version came out, I downloaded it.
Oh, yeah. And you fucked up our Wi-Fi for hours.
And I tried. No, I did not. It was the Wi-Fi. It wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I tried to transfer the PS4 data onto the PS5 so I can continue the story from there. And I couldn't find a way how to do it. So I just had to start the game all over again. And I think Luna's about to have boofs, isn't she? What's a boof, Karradyne?
It's a boof boof. It's a puppy nightmare.
A puppy
or puppy dream.
What does she do in the boof boof?
She goes,
It's so stupid.
she sleep barks.
She sleep
But
barks.
it's a pitiful little bark. It's like,
Yeah.
and she shakes a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, Saints Row's good. It's fun. If you don't like this type of game, then just wait until it goes on sales. Fucking buy it then. Then there's no need to harass the fucking social media people. They're probably not paid enough, and they don't have to take your shit. So fuck off. Stop doing that. Anything you want to say about your next book? What's your next book?
My next book, I think it's Thank You for Listening by Julia Whelan, right? Isn't that what I said it was?
I think so.
Yeah, oh man. Okay, so I'm still at least on my audiobook kick. That is helping me have read more than like one book this month. So yay audiobooks. I got this one as an advanced listening copy from Libro FM. So thank you, Libro FM. Not that you're ever going to listen to this, but just in case. So this one was written by an author that I read a couple years ago, like closer to when I first started my Bookstagram account, but I didn't remember her name because I'd only read the one book. I didn't realize till I finished it that it was her, because in the author's note at the end, she says that a bunch of people think that her books are autobiographical because there are elements from her life in them. So like the last book was my Oxford year. She went to Oxford, so everybody assumed that it was an autobiographical piece. And she does audiobook narrating, and she used to be an actress. And this book is about an audiobook narrator who used to be an actress. So everybody assumed that it was about her too. But it's really good. And it features like some really cool things that I have never read before. So the main character, she actually lost one of her eyes in an accident. I'm pretty sure she was like skydiving and something went wrong with one of the pulley thingies.
She hit a bird on the
It
way
was
down.
like my poor cousin who lost hers from a bungee cord accident. It's not funny.
Very
You shut
funny.
the fuck up. It is not funny. It's a freak accident.
It's so funny.
It's not funny. Oh my God. So
You know, it's funny because they tell you as a kid, don't do this because you're going to lose an eye, and you don't do it. And then when you're an adult, you're like, oh, let me try it. It works out a couple of times, and then you do it and lose an eye. And you're like, oh, they were right.
it's pretty bad. Pretty fucking
So
bad.
fucking funny.
But so it was cool, like having a like traditionally beautiful heroine like marred by life, basically. And she takes on this like romance narrating job, but it's with a guy because it's gonna be like a dual perspective. So a guy narrating part of it,
Okay.
and they wind up falling in love.
Of course they do.
Of course. But it's cute. I mean, like parts of it, once they finally met in person, because they were just like emailing back and forth for a while and building their sexual tension that way. Once they finally met in person, it felt kind of not right. Like the author was forcing it. I don't know. It just didn't feel like they had the same chemistry in person that they did over email. I know that's sad, but I don't know. It
Isn't
just
that
felt
how it
wonky
goes
at
with
first.
online dating?
I guess, but no, not even, because I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. She just, I don't know. She let it get weird, but not in like an awkward way. Not an awkward, we're meeting for the first time in person way. I don't know. It just didn't feel like natural pacing. I guess she rushed it too much, sort of. But it wound up working out by the end of the book, and I still gave it a solid 4 stars. It was good.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. If you say so. I managed to get a copy of Dusk Diver 2, which comes out on the 30th, right? Is that what I've been telling you?
Tuesday, yes.
Yes. Okay, so this game comes out on Tuesday.
Do they dive into dust?
Dusk.
Oh, do they dive into the dusk?
No.
Oh.
They dive into fissures that go into like into an alternate dimension, and there are monsters in there which they fight.
Oh.
So this is the sequel to Dusk Diver. It does a terrible job of catching you up to speed of what happened in the first game. And the game is made by a Chinese company. So you have the option of selecting your audio to be on either Chinese or Japanese. I selected it in Chinese, and it is so fast. It's like fast. Like to the point where I'm reading something and I have it like on auto scrolling. And as soon as they're done talking, the text goes on to the next sentence. It doesn't wait for you to read and then continue. It's like, go. And I'm like, I wasn't fucking done reading.
You're too slow.
So I had to turn off the auto advance and then go one by one and just hearing them. And they're just so fucking fast. And I hate that. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. I just know that something opened up in downtown city where they're in. And I had to go in and fight monsters in a giant arcade machine. I was fighting them on a hockey air hockey table. I was fighting them on a crane claw machine, and I was fighting them on a pinball machine too. The combat is fine. It's super simple. You got your regular attack, heavy attacks. You got special abilities. The main character basically goes Super Saiyan whenever they start fighting, and she can go Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan.
Yeah. In a special super strength mode that she has. It's okay. I mean, it feels like a kind of like a little budget title. It doesn't feel like it's all fleshed out, like super deep budget. Let's polish everything down to a sheen. But it's not bad at all. It almost feels like it could be my type of game, but the little bit that I've played, it's lacking. I did get to a place where I could upgrade my abilities and like add stuff, change equipment and whatnot. And I feel like that has enough depth for me to actually continue on with the game and actually just really put time into it. And it also doesn't help that I kind of started playing this game after playing Soul Hackers 2 for 2 hours. And that was good. So
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours. 2.5 hours. Oh, there goes a boof. Wake her up. She's so mad.
She's so pitiful.
She's always
She's
so
just
mad.
like, Mommy, she just wants to be asleep all the time.
Yep. Yeah, so I don't know. I think before I continue with this game, I think I'm just going to go back to the original, play the original. Maybe, hopefully, it does have the Japanese option, and I can just play it on Japanese. I think I'm going to switch this one over to Japanese because the Chinese is so fucking fast. It's like fucking light speed.
It's crazy.
It's insane. All right, what's your next book?
Oh my God, my last book, you mean?
Yep.
Oh, it's Neon Gods by Katie Robert. Shoot me in the fucking face. Oh my God.
Why?
Oh Lord, I don't even know where to start. This is a little bit of a Bookstagram favorite. It's not like hugely popular or anything, but a lot of people do rave about it and how spicy it is. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'll give it a chance. So first, it is a Greek mythology retelling. It's Hades and Persephone story. And that's all fine and dandy. I mean, A Court of Mist and Fury is a Hades and Persephone story. So obviously I don't have any problems with that. I don't have any problems with retellings. I love them. They're fun. But this book is like almost a fucking carbon copy of 50 Shades of fucking Grey. Like, I don't know how more people are not talking about this, because I literally felt like it was just plagiarism with Hades and Persephone thrown into it. Like, why do you look like you're brain dead right now?
Because I feel like I'm brain dead right now.
Oh gosh. I mean, like, Hades is scarred because he was like burned in a fire. And Christian Grey had lots of scars like all over his chest from where his mother or what his father, was it his mother or his father? Or his stepfather. I don't remember. Those books were fucking terrible. Would put cigarette butts out on him as a kid. And he was like really conscious of his scars, and he didn't even want Anastasia to see them, let alone touch them. And every time she did try to touch them, he'd flip out on her. And oh God, we got to make a big deal about Hades' scars and all of his childhood trauma, just like Christian Grey's. We got a fucking red room, and we got submission and shit, just like Christian Grey. And this little girl who doesn't know anything about anything Oh God. And it's the same sexual acts over and over, just like 50 Shades. Because 50 Shades was like, everybody's like, oh my God, I'm so horny for it. But it's just the same thing over and over. It's very boring. So that's what this is. And they also don't know how to call a vagina anything other than a pussy. And they say pussy like every other word. Oh, you're hot, wet pussy. I just want to lick that pussy. Pussy, 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 pussy. Like, if y'all say fucking pussy one more time.
If you say it one more time.
Yeah. Yeah. And just it was just terrible writing, terrible. Because oh God, like I said this in my Bookstagram review. Like I totally get having a retelling, but when you have a retelling plus stealing ideas from somebody else who stole ideas from somebody else who stole ideas from somebody else, like you totally lost like all credibility with me. You have no creativity whatsoever. The only creativity you had was deciding to take this and put them together. Like, no. Because you know, 50 Shades is a fucking Twilight fan fiction with sex and what's it called? Is it
BDSM?
Yeah, well, yeah, BDSM and the whole
Scat play?
well, maybe I'm being stupid. What is BDSM defined as?
Whips and shit and torture.
Yeah, but it's also the dominance thing.
Yes.
He's her dom, whatever. I don't even know.
Oh my God.
I'm not kinky enough for this shit. Oh, anywho.
Okay, so
I'm
doesn't it make
inadvertently
you
telling
think,
everyone about our sex life and how not kinky we are.
doesn't it make you think that no, we have a podcast. This is our kinky stuff.
Wait, what? Our kink is podcasting?
No, yes, that's as kinky as we get. We have a podcast together.
Okay.
Anyways, but doesn't it make you think of these? I can't even think of an insult. These shit stains, skid marks, fucking dill holes.
What are you talking about?
These dumb fucks that write these shit books and sell thousands of copies of these pathetic books that they copied off of some other fucking loser. If they can do that, why can't you write your book and
Because
actually
I
make it
haven't
successful?
sat down to actually do it. And I'm afraid that my idea is stupid. I'm afraid that either my idea is stupid or somebody's going to steal it before I can get it out there. Or somebody else is going to come up with it. But also the fact that nobody else has come up with it yet from what I've seen. We'll talk about this more off air.
You should do it, and we
You
should
know
write.
my idea.
And we should write my
All right,
book
your
idea.
yeah.
Because mine would be great.
But I don't think we need to write it the way that you thought to write it.
How?
It needs to be different.
How
We'll
did
discuss this off
How did
air.
I think to write it?
You wanted to just tell stories about literal things that happened, whereas I think it should all be woven into one big story and a work of fiction and not just like a nonfiction. This is what happened here, you know? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like your aunt with her book and you saying that I need to write a book about my old work thing. It would need to be a work of fiction with snippets of
Why
real
can't it be like
things
Jenna
that-
McCurdy's I Hate My Mom? You could
No,
be like,
I don't want to
hate
write
my
a
old
memoir.
job.
No,
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 it would be fine.
no. It would.
Oh
Oh
my
God,
God,
she's having
Luna.
nightmares again. No, I would want to take like.
She's so lumpy.
I swear, no. We'll discuss it more later, not on the podcast.
Okay, all right. So my last game.
Yes.
The game that I played today that I already talked about a little bit. I absolutely fucking loved it. It is Soul Hackers 2. This is the sequel to Shin Megami Tensei Soul Hackers for the 3DS. I'm not sure if it came out on the DS or not. And I played 2 hours, and in 2 hours I got the four party members, the first 4 party members, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. I don't know what the reviews are, they're saying that the game is boring, that it's not creative, that it's not whatever, that the story's not, it's not great, but I am loving it. All right, let me tell you a little bit about the game. The game starts off with the main character coming into consciousness. Her name is Ringo. And apparently, she is a physical manifestation of a program, along with another program that has another physical manifestation of some program that has become somewhat sentient. And they have to be sent into Earth to stop the apocalypse. And the apocalypse is kicked off by this guy called Arrow being killed.
Oh.
Yes.
Why was he that important?
He is what's called a devil hacker. A devil summoner, sorry, a devil summoner. So it's people who can make contracts with demons and have these demons fight for them. So he was on a mission to protect somebody by being a double agent in an enemy group, and he was found out. And when he was found out, he got killed. So the main character, Ringo, which is that girl right there.
Ringo Starr.
Her name's Ringo, yes. She does what's called a soul hack, which basically hacks the human soul to look into it and find more information about it. And she ends up finding his consciousness in his soul, and then she pulls out his consciousness.
That's weird.
And he comes back to life. Bullet to the head gets fixed and everything. And pretty much the characters that you find that join your party, they all have to have a soul hack done to them, because they all were found after they were killed.
Dead.
Yes.
As a doornail.
Yep. So all of these characters, they have in common that they have a covenant in them, which is like this eel made of light.
What?
Yep. And they're important because there's 5 eels in the world, and if those 5 eels get put together, then a giant demon called the Ancient One, or the Great One, is summoned into the world, and that's what causes the apocalypse. So there's a group of people that want to do that. Your job is to stop them before they end the world. So it's really, really cool, because this thing that he's holding right here, what Arrow's holding, that's called a comm. That's the gun where he stores the demons that he makes contracts with. And your character has a comm too. All of the characters in your party have comms, so they all can use demons to fight off people and demons and shit. And the combat, it is turn-based. It's like Persona. So each character has their own turn to attack. And the cool thing is that you can hit the enemy's weaknesses. So once you hit the enemy's weaknesses at the end of your turn, there's what's called a Sabbath. The Sabbath is an attack by the demons. All the demons that hit a weakness get to attack the whole group of people you're fighting. So I was having a great time with it, because the story, even though it's a little bit slow at times, it's still very interesting. And because this is still Shin Megami, it is very dark. There's a lot of death, and some of the characters are killed in very bad ways. This lady right here with the blonde hair got beat to death by a dude that had knuckles, and they had spikes on them.
What the fuck?
And then this dude right here looked like he got blasted on the head with a shotgun, because he looked like shit. It's so good. It's so fucking good. I want to continue playing it, but I have other stuff in the back burner that I have to get through first, before I can put more time in Soul Hackers. And I think I actually want to go through the 3DS game first before I actually continue on this one, because it's really, really good. I'm playing it on easy. I'm not going to have a hard time with these games. I'm just going to breeze through it, because I'm lazy.
Yeah, you just want to have fun. So.
Yeah, and I'm having a lot of fun playing it on
point.
easy. Yeah. So, yeah. It's been a pretty good past few weeks for games, even though people have been stupid little bitches about shit that is really not that important. So,
as long as you're having fun, it doesn't matter.
I am. I definitely am. I'm at that age where I just want to have fun, because
we're too old for that shit.
Yep, girls just want to have fun. All right. Do you want to go into garbage?
I'm ready.
All right. This is Give Me the Garbage.
This week's restaurant is a repeat, the national diner chain Denny's, because we fucking hate ourselves. Or because they invited me to come again because they loved my Bookstagram content. I don't know why. But I think this content is better than the last content. So, and that lines up with the fact that this food was better than the first time, but still not to the point that we will ever go back there again unless it's free.
We will not willingly spend money at
No,
Denny's.
we will never willingly spend money at Denny's, and we'll only grudgingly eat there for free because it's not good. It's just not. God, it's
Terrible.
like
It's really
okay. When you
bad.
open the menu and your fingers are coated in grease because the menus are literally covered in grease. Like, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, then
Okay, I feel like there was less grease in Alex's gyro and cheesesteaks grease trap than at the Denny's menus.
so true, so true. So yeah, I got invited to Denny's again before the campaign ends on the 31st. So we went back, but we went to a different location.
I think that had a lot to do with the quality of the food.
There were a lot more people there. There were literally no people at the other Denny's when we got there. And only a couple people trickled in before we left. But this one was pretty busy. And they were very accommodating. They wanted to sit me where I wanted to be sat. So I was like, can I please sit near a window? Because I swear the lady at the last one put us in the darkest corner of the restaurant that she could find. And I need to be able to take pictures. So, like, if I could have some sunlight, that would be great. So we got the exact same appetizer that we got last time, basically. Except this time we got chicken strips instead of the boneless wing nuggets. And we got the mozzarella sticks, the chips and queso, and the fries. The fries. We shouldn't have gotten fries because my food came with fries and I did not eat all of them. But anyway, I mean, we didn't pay for anything, so it's fine. We paid a tip. That's it.
Yes, we paid a tip.
So the queso was actually a whole lot fucking better at this Denny's. And it was like, I don't know, it was like legit queso, I feel like, compared to the other one. It tasted like garbage. You liked it. I thought it was disgusting.
It tasted the same to me.
Really?
I dipped
No,
the
it was way
mozzarella
better.
sticks in the queso.
It was ridiculous.
Very good.
These mozzarella sticks I felt were not as good because I felt like they were underdone. Oh boy.
Can't
and
win.
then the fries didn't have any salt on them, so you went a little crazy with the salt. You put it on everything just for us to find out the chicken tenders were really fucking salty. So you just made them saltier.
I didn't put them on the chicken tenders.
I couldn't eat that chicken tender.
I just
was
put it
so
on the fries. The chicken
salty.
tenders were just salty on their own.
Oh my
And they gave us
God.
no dipping sauce for the tenders.
None. I guess he thought we were just gonna dip them in ketchup. I guess
Who eats tenders with ketchup?
a lot of people, a lot of white people, children and white people.
That just goes to show you that children are wrong. And white people are wrong too.
I mean, we already knew that. Anyway, so I did not want to get breakfast this time because it was like 11 o'clock in the morning
Yep.
and I wanted a burger. But this one's like, don't get the burger. It was fucking awful. And I thought all of their sandwiches looked disgusting. So I didn't want any of that. Because, I mean, it's just sandwich meat. Like, I don't want to go to a restaurant and eat deli meat. Like, well, it's probably just some fucking Hillshire Farm turkey that they're throwing on that shit. I don't want that. But I wound up getting the Big Dipper melt. So it's basically a French dip.
Basically.
Sort of.
With roast beef instead of...
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's weird.
It wasn't great. It was a grease bomb.
It was bad.
It was a grease
It
bomb.
was terrible.
And it was falling apart.
That bite you gave me was awful.
I only ate a little bit of it.
Not to mention that I got most of the crust with that bite.
Yeah.
It was terrible. It
And
was trash.
it was like all the meat was in one clump, and all the cheese was in a separate clump, and the onions were in a separate clump. It was like you had 3 different clumps on this little sandwich, and the whole thing was falling apart.
You should have gotten the skillet that I got or something like that.
Well, I don't want to go back. So, and the fries, I mean, they were kind of cold by the time I started eating them. I don't know if they were cold when they came out. But they also brought out all of our food at once. He brought out the appetizer platter. We took like 2 bites, and then here he was with our food. I was like, what the fuck? Dude!
Yeah.
So yeah, you tell him about yours.
So I had the chorizo skillet or something.
It
like
was
that.
the super spicy skillet or something like that. It was something spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it was a skillet. It had chorizo. It had chicken that looked like it had been boiled. It had potatoes, peppers, jalapenos, cheese, and a sauce that was mostly cumin, and it was the worst thing I've eaten in my entire life.
You forgot about the egg.
Oh, and the eggs were great.
Fried eggs on top.
Yes, the eggs. Every bite with egg was great. The bites with that cumin sauce were fucking atrocious. Because cumin is a shit spice. If you like cumin, you're a shit person.
You probably just insulted all of our listeners.
Nobody knows how to fucking use cumin. They're like fucking drown shit in cumin. Like cumin is it's like nutmeg. You only put a tiny bit of it in whatever you're eating because it is so fucking potent that whatever you put on it, it'll ruin.
Very true.
It was awful. It was fucking awful.
But the bits that you got it off of were pretty good.
Yes. So the bits with the potatoes and the chicken was terrible. The chicken was fucking awful.
It was boiled. No wonder.
It felt like it was boiled.
Oh,
it was so
God.
fucking bad.
The couple bites that you gave me were so much better than my food.
Okay, so if it
much
didn't
better.
have the cumin shit in it and the fucking
boiled
chicken,
chicken.
they were great. Like the chorizo bites with the potatoes and the eggs and the peppers and onions and jalapenos, they were fucking great. The cheese was fucking terrible too.
You know what was the best part of this meal?
What?
The dessert.
Yes, but before that, the cheese. It looked like it was sliced cheese that had been thrown on,
I have no doubt.
on it on one side, and it kind of
Oh.
like melted off of the skillet onto the koozie or whatever the fuck it's on. It's like after they finished cooking, they're like, oh wait, cheese, and they just threw the shit and sent it out the door.
Took a craft single and ripped it up into a couple of little pieces.
Not even. They like barely got it off the plastic.
Oh my God.
If they got rid of the fucking cumin sauce shit, that thing was fucking trash. And the boiled chicken, that would be a pretty good dish. I would get that again.
But you're not going to go back.
But I'm not gonna go back just for that. No.
That was disgusting.
And it would have been nice if it would have come with like tortillas or
Yeah.
a side of fries or fucking
Something.
pancakes or whatever to make it more breakfasty. That would have been nice, but no. It's just a skillet with that shit on it.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
It was funny. Our waiter, he asked me if I was working for Denny's, and I was like, "What? No." And he said that a lady had come in the day before to do the same thing, and she had taken all of her kids, and he's like, "They're like little actors." She was recording them and telling them to do poses. I was like, "Yeah, I just take pictures. We ain't doing that. That's too much." But yeah, so we got dessert this time because it was the last terrible experience that. Last time we just wanted to get out of there. So I got a birthday cake milkshake, and hubby got the snooky, as our waiter kept calling it, but that's not what it's called. It's what was it called?
I don't know.
Cookie panookie or something like that. Yeah, he kept calling it the snooky.
The cookie panani.
My milkshake was pretty good, but the sprinkles, I don't like the circle flat sprinkles. They kept getting like stuck in my gums. And it was driving me nuts. Why are you laughing? Why?
That is such a specific problem to have.
Well, I'm just being real, okay? Oh, shut up.
Just look at you. And you're like
Circle
shoving your
flat
entire
sprinkles.
finger into your gums. What the fuck are you
Trying
doing?
to get the sprinkles out.
It's like the sprinkles are cutting me.
Well, so I'd have a sprinkle go down in the front of my mouth, in between my bottom lip and my bottom gums, and it would like slice into me basically, and I'd have to just fish hook my finger to get the damn sprinkle out of the valley. It was awful.
Out of the valley. She has so much lip and gum.
Oh, yeah. How was your Snooki?
It was fucking great. You hated it. I loved
Yeah,
it.
it was kind of nasty. It tasted burnt. It
The
tasted
skillet
very
was hot
burnt.
as fuck.
Well, it tasted very burnt.
It was not. So I felt like the ice cream wasn't cold enough.
It wasn't. It was such a sad little melting pile.
Like I was telling you, take the fucking picture because the ice cream ball was falling sideways, about to fall into the skillet. If that ice cream,
It looks so pitiful. It looks like one of the cave trolls as he's turning into stone.
that if that ice cream ball would have fallen on the skillet, that was it. I wasn't gonna be able to eat that thing. I would have had to take it home with me because there was no way in hell I was gonna eat that being so hot.
Oh my god! Looking at the picture of your food again, I couldn't have eaten this shit. I see the cumin crap. That looks disgusting.
It was disgusting.
All of this food looks really, really disgusting. I see the cheese running off onto
the cookie itself, it was really good. It was like a best way to describe it is a Chips Ahoy cookie with caramel instead of chocolate, and then in the middle it had like a pool of chocolate inside of the cookie itself. And like I felt like the ice cream wasn't cold enough, so every time I would bite into it, I would have to do like the dragon chewing, where you're like.
You're blowing the heat out.
And then it was like, so I feel like I was fucking crazy because it's ice cream. It's supposed to be cold.
Yeah, that was pretty sad. My milkshake was good though.
That dessert
Other
was
than
pretty
those
good.
sprinkles.
I wish the ice cream would have been colder, but it was still pretty fucking good.
And then he wanted to try my milkshake at the end, and I tried to tell him before he took a big old gulp, but I gave up. It was all whipped cream. I drank all the
At least it
milkshake
wasn't
out
that
of
whipped
it.
cream that tastes like butter.
I mean, that's true. Oh yeah, God. So how you want to rate this visit?
A little bit above garbage.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit above garbage because it was pretty fucking bad. Wow.
It was, but it was better than the worst. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can't say it's garbage.
I mean, if I could just take those two things off of that skillet, it would be pretty good. It would actually be almost borderline garbage. Because the chorizo was really good. The potatoes were good. Everything was seasoned well. What wasn't drowned in that fucking sauce was seasoned well. The jalapenos were great. I mean,
It's all just way too greasy. Like
it's very fucking
I feel like it's
greasy.
healthier to eat at McDonald's. Honestly, it's so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
And McDonald's tastes better. Let's be real. Like, I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but
Well,
it's
I
better.
think that's what I'm going to get for lunch tomorrow. Big Mac.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
getting a
You're gonna
Big
make
Mac.
yourself a sandwich to take.
No, I'm not. I'm getting a Big Mac.
No, you're not.
Oh, well. All right. So is there anything else you want to say before we end this week's episode?
I don't believe so.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of A Novel Console. Karradyne, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.